Hello and welcome to What's on the Shelf. I'm your host Jen, and today we're showing you how to play the solo mode for Herbaceous Sprouts by Pencil First Games. This is currently in Kickstarter. It's actually going into its last 24 hours in Kickstarter, so check the links below that we'll provide if you're interested in kicking this. So this game is good for 1 to 4 players, and tonight I figured I'd try out the single player mode, or the solo mode. So essentially I have the board set up. The only thing left to do is to set up the tools, and for the single player mode, you reveal 3. I'll do that in just a second. So the basic premise for this game is essentially you're a gardener trying to fill the spots in the garden. The higher the points, the better you'll get, but the harder they are to get. So just as an example, for this section here, you have to have the same type of dice going into this section. So if you have 3 dice, you can get 4 points, you get 5 points, so on and so forth. In this section, you have to have doubles. In this section here, you have to have 1 of each kind. And here is a specialty section for flower seeds, which you actually have to use a spade to be able to plant. So let's get this game rolling. So let's reveal the cards. So for the first card, I have to take out 2 dice and roll. So we've got those 2 there. Oh. And then we need 1 dice, 2 dice. So 1 here, oops, and 1 here. So now that it's all set up for the starting of my turn, I am playing as the Master Gardener, which is shown over here with this card. So to start with, I take 1 dice from the bag and roll it. So I have a glove now sitting in my dice holding section. So the glove allows me to roll any dice plus more. So I might hold on to that for a little bit first. So, taking my turn. What do you need to do on your turn? Essentially, you pick one of the 3 cards up here, take those dice, and the card's abilities are activated instantaneously. So, in this case, I want to make sure I'm trying to grab stuff that will be beneficial for me, and also not give the AI of the game a head start. So, just to give an example, if I were not to pick up this card here, the AI actually gets some points from this. So it would get the first point section in the, what are they called? I think it's sunflowers? Black-eyed Susans section of the garden, which could cost a lot for me. Or they have the second place spot with 2, which would be 6 points. Or the 4-point section in the forget-me-not section in the garden. So, pretty rough start for me trying to conserve points. So, let's see here. I'm actually gonna go with this one here, which the trowel lets me plant in the garden section, but this here lets me turn any dice into any dice. So let's see what I've got here. This was on that. So I could technically turn this into a forget-me-not, which I think that's what I'll do. I will use this to turn it into a forget-me-not. Where is it? Which is this symbol here. This gets used right away, so I'll put my forget-me-not point here. This goes back to the ball, back to the dice bag. And that would essentially be the end of my turn. And so it goes on to the AI's turn, which in this case, it would get the 2 spot place in doubles, which is 6 here. And it would also get the 4 place for the forget-me-not, but because I put it down already, it doesn't get that. So these dice get thrown back into the dice bag, and these get tossed here. And then it goes over to the assistant's turn. So we flip the card over, and the assistant gets a turn. So we reveal 3 new cards here. And we roll out the dice. So the first card has 2. The next card has 3. This one has 2. There we go. So let's see. Let me just double check one thing with the rules. Yeah, so dice have been dealt, card gets flipped here, and essentially place indicated on secondary card of seeds. So he essentially picks this one automatically, which means he would get the 3rd spot in this section here, which, oof, it's 9 points for him. He also gets a chance to use the posies. So that would go off to the side there. I believe I'm playing this right. And then essentially these get tossed back into the bag. This is discarded. I would then get a turn for my guys. So, which one's not going to hurt me as much? So, I'm going to go and take this one here, which gives me 3 rolls of different dice, because that's what the gloves do. So what do I want to re-roll? I've got 2 saffron already, and if I wanted to try and go for types of the same, that's 2. Yeah, let's use my ability from my card to re-roll these 2 dice and see what I get. Nothing that's going to help me here, unfortunately. So, at least it sets me up a little. Well, technically, I could plant 3 different kinds of seeds in that section. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to toss this over here, pay for these, which goes back into the dice. And then the rival gets its last chance. So he gets this one here, and these get discarded. And then it goes back to the Master Gardener's turn. So, whoop. I'll get that later. So I roll 1 dice to start with. Then we take out the 3 here. Watering can. Pick a choice. Ooh, that's a really good one. So let's see here. What do I want to choose? So let's see what we have for dice. So 2 for the first one. 3 for the next one. Okay. So the bags on the last card allow you to draw 2 dice and roll them, and you get what you get from the cards. But I think I'm hurting for dice, so so I'm gonna take the card that's gonna give me the most out of what I've got. So I'm gonna take these 3 and add them to my dice pool. And then the ability on this card allows you to take one saffron, and turn it into whatever you want. I actually have a saffron in my pool, so maybe I will try and do that. If I turn my saffron into lavender, I have 3 of a kind and I can get 4 points. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to turn my saffron here into more lavender. Use that lavender to get me my points there for this section. Those go back into the dice bag. And then this gets discarded. And then it becomes the turn of the AI. So the AI doesn't get points for this section here from that card because it's already done. And then for this one here, they would get the 2-point section here, which they're beating me pretty badly right now. Hopefully I'll get a little bit better luck. So these go away, these get back in here. And we flip this over to the assistant side and we restart this up again. So I do like the mechanics of this game. It's very interesting. There's a lot going on and there's a lot of dynamic in the play. It's not just the same play over and over again. So the assistant gets their first pick of cards, which just so happens to be the first card in this section. So they get to put it in this one here. This gets used and is gone. It gets put there. Then I have the choice of those 2 cards. What do I want? 2 pointers are already gone, so that's no good to me. So I'm going to take this one so he doesn't get any additional points. So I get 2 dice from the bag. And then I get to re-roll 3 of my dice if I want to. So right now we've got 2 tarragon, 1 forget-me-not, and 1 bay leaf. Let's go with re-rolling. Let's re-roll 1 of the tarragon to see if I can get a different color. Well, different herb. Oh, I got a trowel, which works out just fine. So I can use the trowel, which I just rolled, and use my forget-me-not and put another point in the forget-me-not section. That's not too bad. This gets discarded. This guy doesn't get anything because it's already done. Right? 2s. Yeah, 2's already taken out from him. So then it goes back over this way. And master turn. So take dice from the bag. Ooh, That's nice. So this, I can turn it into whatever I want. It's a wild card. That's what this particular dice is. So we will hand out the tool cards. And we get to roll a bunch of dice this time. So 2 dice for the first one. One dice for the middle one. And 3 dice for the last one. There we go. So let's look at our options. Also, something to note, this card here is a specialty card. Whoever gets a seed in each section of the garden first gets this as 2 additional points. Now, right now, both me and the AI are 3 for 3. So if I can get 1 point in this section, I get this. If they get 1 in this section, I don't get it. So let's see, what do I want to pick? Think strategic like Jen. Okay, so I guess 5, that's 8 points for them. 4s in that section would be 5, and posies, it's 2. So I think my best bet right now would be to take these ones now. I have a spade that I can use. And I've got a wild card, which also means I could try and stop that other card from triggering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my wild card and my spade. And that's going to give me my last, no. I'm going to use it on this one here to give me my points there. And then I've got 4 of a kind, or I've got single pair. Let's go with single pair. So I'm going to do single pair, which is 2 bay leaves, to put my score here, which means I get the lemonade. Yay! And then, can I do anything else on this turn? I could. I've got 2 different types. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get the last one over here for this. And this gets discarded, and then it's the AI's turn. So the AI will get the 2 here, and they will get the 4-pointer and the singles, which is unfortunate, but I think I got a better point score with what I did. These get discarded. We flip this. This gets redone like this. And we need 2 dice. 1, 2. So 1 extra glove over here. 1 forget-me-not here. Then we flip their card of their choice. So they're automatically going to take this one, which means they get 2 point on the posies, which is already taken, which means they don't get any points. Then I get to take a turn. Which one do I want? Do I want tarragon, or do I want saffron as an extra? Do I want forget-me-nots, or that extra dice roll? I think I'm gonna go I'm gonna go with the Forget-Me-Not and pick this up. So one thing to note when taking these cards, if you get a planter seed, this stays with you until you use it. This is the only type of card or type of symbol that you actually keep and isn't used right away. The gloves section is used right away, so if I wanted to, I could re-roll dice, one dice. But I think I'm going to keep what I have and just keep this as a spare card. And then they get a point for this one as well, which is the 3 spot in the doubles. Ooh, which hurts me a bit. And then we flip back over to the Master Gardener. So let's see. I take my dice. We deal out the tool shed. So we need 3 dice for the first one. 1, 2, 3. 3 for the next one. And 1 for the last one. So, what do I want to do? So, 4 posies he can't get. The 4 spot he could. 2 spot for Forget-Me-Not he could, but I'm not too worried about that one. I could actually get that one still. So, my choice is going to be the middle card. I'm going to take 3 dice and the trowel. I'm going to use the trowel right away to get my last Forget-Me-Not spot. So the dice goes back into the pool. And then right now, with what I have, do I go for one more pair or do I go for different ones? 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do that. So I'm going to use 4 different kinds. Actually, I'm going to re-roll this dice. Decisions. No, I'm gonna go with 4 different types, which means I can put my seed over here. Those go back to the dice pool. And you know what? I'm gonna take this one as well. So I've got a set of pairs that goes back to my dice pool. This is used. So that goes to the discard. And then it's the AI's turn to collect. So the AI can't get the 4th place for posies because I've already got it. And same thing for the Forget-Me-Nots. So they get blocked both plays. And then this gets flipped over and we're on to the assistant's turn. So draw 3 new cards. Draw 3 dice. Whoop. Oh no, where were those? That was there, that was there. That one was there. 1 dice there. Whoop. 1 dice there. And 1 dice there. So, the assistant gets their turn. So we flip over the assistant's turn. And they take the first card, which is the 3 points in different places, which is already taken up. So, that's done with. Then I get to take a turn. What do I want? Posies are done. Forget-Me-Nots are done. So both of those are useless. But I could use the trowel. So I'm going to use the trowel, and this is no longer good, so it gets discarded. This as well. This gets discarded. First points for the doubles is already used, so no points to the AI. So next, back to the Master Gardener's turn. So we deal out the cards again. This actually goes fairly quickly. I thought this would feel a lot longer, but it doesn't. So 3 dice. One, two, three. 2 dice. Another 3 dice. So, let's see. Forget-me-nots he can't touch, and that's all the cards. So now I should just look really at abilities and what's on the cards. So, I could try to start building up for that 6 of a kind. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, can't use the trowel anyways, and I already have a trowel, so I'm gonna just use this one. And then it's the AI's turn, but they don't get anything. So the dice get taken off. There we go. And this gets flipped. So 1, 2, 3. So 1 dice. This one here. 3 dice for the next one. Whoops, that was that one. And then 3 for the next. So, let's see what we have. So, if I'm looking at their section, 3 of a kind's already been taken, 5 of a kind hasn't. That's tough. 9 or 8. But I get more with that one. So my decision is going to be this one here. And because I get to use this right away, I'm going to change the rosemary into some lavender. Should do something sooner rather than later. I'm gonna have to start discarding dice. What do I want to do? Three of a kind isn't going to get me any points. I need a minimum of 5 of a kind to get points there, preferably 6. So I guess I'm not doing anything. The rival gets this spot here. And the other one he can't use. Oh, I forgot to switch this back over to that. Nope, nope, I was wrong. I've been playing this wrong this turn. My bad, guys. Let's rewind. The assistant gets to pick first, not me. So the assistant picks, and they take the last one, which does nothing. So, could have done everything the same way, which I will do still. That will be that. And this goes away, this goes away. They would get their same points. So, on to Master Gardener's turn. So, first, I get my dice, which technically I can't do anything with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard this one for this one. Hand out the 3 cards for this turn. So starting with the 3 dice. And 2 dice. And another 3 dice. So, out of the stuff we have here, I get to pick first. So I'm going to pick this. But because I have so many cards already, so many dice I need to discard. So I'm going to discard these 3 back to the bag. Woo. And keep my lavenders and the bay leaf. And I can change this into any one I want, which I will change into lavender, which gives me my 6 for the lavender here, for that point there. So all these go back. And then the A guy gets a turn. So 4th place, 4-pointer here is gone already. It does get to get the 3-pointer here. And that's the end of that. Flip this. Get these guys out of the way. Hand out the new things. So 3 dice for the first one. 3 for the next one. And the assistant gets flipped back over because it's my turn to start. So I get my dice, which is lavender. So what do I want? Posies doesn't matter. First of the kind I have. 5-pointer for 3. Ooh. So just out of necessity for myself, I will take these. So it can't get it. Unfortunately, I can't plant anything in the garden, so that's useless to me. I do have 3 of a kind, which doesn't do me much. So this turn is a bust for me, unfortunately. So these dice get tossed back in. These get discarded. No points are awarded to the AI. Get to flip this one. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Right off the bat, it doesn't get anything, so that's a lifesaver for me. So 3 dice here. 2 dice here. 1 dice here. So I'm trying to go for 5 different kinds. Right now I have 3, I need 2 more. And the AI automatically gets this one, so that's gone. That one would have helped me too. Guess I will go for this one here and re-roll one of my rosemaries, because I've got 3 of them. And I got another lavender, which doesn't help me in this case. So can I do anything? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all taken up, so I can't do anything. Oh, I could have built towards 5 of a kind, but I didn't think about that. Oh well, so they get the number 2 place for sunflowers, and the other one's already gone, so that's the end of that. Goes on to master turn, which I think essentially this ends. I think it was supposed to be 10 turns. Maybe I did something wrong, or maybe there's cards missing. Nope, that looks like that's the end of it. Technically there should be 10 turns, but I might be missing cards for some reason. I'm not sure why, but either way, at this point we can say that I probably lost pretty badly. So this would end the turn. We've had equal amounts of turns technically, so there's been 8 turns instead of 10, which again could be just an error on my part because cards are missing or something along those lines. So points, how that works at the end of the game. So essentially you score for every seed you have in your section, plus additional that are still in your safety section here. So let's see, I am bad with math, so I'm gonna grab a pen and write this out. So got 12, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. So give me a sec to do mental math here on my little paper. Do. 8. So I got a total, oh wait, I forgot that. Forgot my lemonade. So I got a total of 45 points. And according to the book, at the back for scoring, if the player's score is higher than the rival's, they win the game. If the rival, in the event of a tie, the rival wins the game. If the player wins the game, grab the quantity of the win by seeing how many victory points were scored over the rival. Oh, okay. So I got 45, so I still have to do math for the rival as well. So let's see. They have 9, 5, 9, 7, 6, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 2. Give me a sec to do the math again. Are you kidding me? Oh no! So, sadly, I have tied with my rival, and thus, the rival wins. So, that's how you play the solo mode for Herbaceous Sprouts. I hope you enjoyed watching, and make sure to check the comments below for the links for the Kickstarter. It is in its last 24 hours. Hope you will share and subscribe to the channel as well, and we'll see you next time at the table. Bye.